Undefeated Notre Dame coming off a huge win over Clemson. They're 7-0, travels to Boston College for Jeff Hafley's 5-3 Boston College Eagles team. But here's something. You have to go back in history. 1993. Notre
Oh,
Dame
we
just
don't need
came
to
off
go
a
there,
big
Mark.
victory, beating number one Florida State at home. In the following game, you know what happened? They traveled to Boston College. Coach, you might remember this. The number one team gets upset by Boston College. Does history repeat itself again? I don't know, Coach. Kyron Williams was terrific running the ball, 3 rushing touchdowns against Clemson. But Jeff Hafley, I like what he's doing with Phil Djokovic, the quarterback, getting stuff down, throwing the ball vertically. He's got 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season. They're getting 13.5 points at home. Notre Dame will probably eke this one out, but keep an eye. They're looking ahead to North Carolina next week. I think Notre Dame wins the game, but they don't cover. Boston College keeps it close. This game ends up 29-27. Notre Dame.
It was in '93. We beat Florida State. We're 10 in Boston College, but it was a good Boston College team, Mike. Mark, they were number 8 in the country. They had beaten Penn State. They kicked the field goal in the last play of the game to beat us 42-41. It was a heck of a ball game. It was our only loss that year because everybody was talking about that Florida State game and not looking forward to playing number 8 or number 9 Boston College. This year, I think that they have to go to Boston College. They'll play very well. Let's remember this. The quarterback, Phil Jurkovec, was a backup quarterback to Jan Book. The reason he left was he didn't get enough playing time. But when he did get playing time, he performed exceptionally well. I think it's a good, solid Boston College team, but they're not great in any defense statistic. On the other hand, Notre Dame is a legitimate national contender, Mark. They do all the things you have to do. They can run the football. You got Williams with well over 700 yards. You got Ian Book. You got good receivers, fine offensive line, protect the quarterback. They're number 1 in the country on defense against the run. They're most susceptible on the pass, but I think they're on a mission. I think it's a great football team. They'll probably play Clemson again in the playoff game for the ACC championship. I think they'll beat them again. Notre Dame wins 41-27.